Okay, last time I had this middle element, big orange flame. It looked like it wasn't getting any air inside. This middle circuit is the low flame system, the simmer system. Where is that on the knob here? Wrong knob. Yeah, no, that's it. This part of the knob here, high or low in the simmer section, is this little piece here is responsible for that. The other part, low power, high low, is this other outer ring, which you can see. Well, what happens here is that actually this area has a mixture of gas and air that comes from this point, and there's a little jet right there. Natural gas comes here, shoots this way. There's a big gap here, so it kind of sucks air along with it. It mixes, comes out here, voila, ready to burn. The problem was this little screw was a bit loose, and this little brass collar adjusts. It moves in and out, and this was actually slid all the way on top of there. It just happened to be loose and moving, so the last time it was tilted, it slid all the way out. So I just happened to put it in the right spot. I'm hoping these two red markers indicate the distance it's supposed to have. Set it there, tighten up the screw. We'll reassemble it. If you want to try this at home, not recommended. You're supposed to get a service person to do it. I'm technically handy, so I try these things. Can't be responsible for anything, of course. You can't get paid for this. You can only do this if you're the owner, legally in Canada. Okay, so this plug here plugs to the top part, which I'll show you in a second. I actually lifted the whole top part off, and this plug was not aware of it. I'm a newbie at this. I ripped the entire connector off the circuit board on the top part. That was really unfortunate. Fortunately, I have the tools to fix it, so we'll fix it. I'll just stop this and I'll take you over to the other. Oh, here, I might as well show you the whole thing here. There's the cover trays. There's the other parts you have to lift off carefully, of course. All the other wonderful little bits in the top. Once you get those off, you can lift the whole stainless steel top off. After you take off the screws, there's a pair of screws. This one has 3. There's a pair of screws. Take all those off, and you can lift the whole top off carefully. There's a seal around here. All of these have a seal. This middle one doesn't seem to have a seal. Like so. Then, when you lift it off, you're going to find this piece of insulation over the top of everything, and that just carefully lifts off. In the room, I have my soldering iron warming up, and this little connector right here connects to that plug I was holding. Oh, pardon me. Yeah. Okay, yes, thanks. So this little plug here actually got ripped off, and I don't know if I'm going to bother zooming into the camera, but I'm going to have to solder each one of those connections back. The whole thing just ripped out. That was unfortunate. Otherwise, this would have been a very simple operation to get the center element working again. So solder that, put it back together, and I'll do a little shot showing it working in the end. If we're all lucky. Okay, so everything's assembled now. Here we go. There's the unit. And let me demonstrate. Hello. There we go. The middle part I was talking about. High, low, and then the outer ring. Boom. That's at the low setting. Works just like it's supposed to. So in short, that's the high setting. Problem was, just in moving and shipping, the little part that mixes, there's a tube in here, and we saw that jet and that little brass adjustment fitting piece. There was a set screw that had come loose, and that brass piece, in the last movements of this thing, had slid right over top of the jet, so it was getting no air. There's another guy with a YouTube video where he demonstrates, I think it's a unit very similar to this one, where there's gas that came up from all over around the range set. I'm wondering if that same little piece, the collar, rather than slide this way like it had for meat, cutting off all air, but the gas came out the middle, actually slid all the way back, thereby letting gas get build up underneath the system or this unit inside the casing, and then it kind of leaked out the edges and did a big poof. But anyhow, it's a bit of a tricky element. You want this one to definitely be working. I would say it's a safety issue. If it doesn't work, don't leave it. Get it fixed. You probably want to get a service person to do it, but you saw what was involved. It's relatively simple. But then again, you get boobs like me who just rip the top off and break this part. Fortunately, I was able to fix that. So, yeah, DIY with caution. And that's it. Cheers.